Okay, let's get back into Zoner 1 and see what we can do. Now that I've got everything moved, I guess I better go ahead and get some of this influence back in here for some splendor, so we can go ahead and update this Lord's Manor, the player's house. Okay, let's see. We've managed to make a little progress here. That looks like a good option. That finishes off tier 4. And, oh, that's all we can do on that one. Let's see what else. Let's get up here and make sure we don't forget to do these edicts and privileges. That's tempting. That's probably the better choice, though. We've still got one more we can do. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, actually. But we've got some other choices here. Yeah, I think I'll go with that one there. I do see a little bit of a problem here. I need a buffer zone. So I really don't want the green for residential area to be that close to the wall. Now this might end up convincing a few of my housing that's already in place that they need to move, because I took away some of their yard space. But I think it's got to be done. I don't see a way around it. Need that little bit of a buffer zone because of the wall and the towers and stuff I might put up there. That should about do the trick, I think. Oh dear, the thing's in backwards. Let's see. Oh, that's a nasty bend. Boy, this is going to take a while to straighten this mess up. Swap ends. We're right on the border there. Oh, it's still not right. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it. Yeah, that looks like it'll work, because I do need a little bit of a bend there. But at least the wall is going to be pointing like it should in the proper direction. Mercy. Have the, what do they call those, parapets on the outside of the wall instead of on the inside? Well, that's no good. Hopefully it's fixed now. I know at some point I'm going to need to move. See all these rose bushes I got? I've already moved one building, put it down here instead. So now I need to consider, how can I move all these rose bushes? Now let's see if this works. Control, and then click here. And then we click. All right, now we'll leave that, we'll let go of the control key, back up a little bit, and then we'll grab this one. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Click on the bush. Hold down the control key. And keep, oh, you gotta keep holding down the control key. Okay. And it charges you 1 gold for each one, huh? Looks like it's attaching the bushes to this structure right here. Alright, so we'll zoom in, rotate it, so we get the orientation we need. Rotate a little bit more, and then it's going to charge us 1 gold for each one. Let's try that again. Alright, hold down the control key, click on the bush, edit building, click on it. Got these bushes jammed together, so gotta get my cursor kind of in the space in between. Alright, now let's see. There must be a limit on how many you can move this way. Well, it shows all three, but it's still moving them one at a time. See that? Well, that was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do like I did here. Instead of just moving one at a time. Let's see, I gotta move all three of them before I pay up. Huh, why did it put these buildings back under construction? I could have sworn the construction was already finished. So if I want to... I did all four of them. But it did only move the one. Alright, let's click on the bush. I'm not holding down the control key yet. Now we'll hold down the control key. Oh, see how it's highlighting? Now keep the control key. So it's very picky on how you do it. Then you can rotate them. I'm still holding down the control key. Then we'll move it in a little bit more until it looks like we've got them about right. Then I'll let go of the control key. It's only let me... Oh, I don't have any gold. That might be the reason. Now I do. But not enough. Alright, so let's go over here since we got plenty of happiness. Put this on pause again. Let's see, we've got 700 plus, so I would say we need to do some more influence. And I must not be watching right or something. Let's do influence again on this one too. And yeah, we can use some more influence. Because I don't have enough to do the next one. I need 35. Okay, so and we're moving 7 of them this time. So if you're a bit of a perfectionist, I just want to move this one. Well, let me just, yeah, it will. It'll just let me move that one. Then if I wanted to keep, getting these just perfect as far as spacing goes, I would have to keep it up doing it as 1, which would end up making me pay 2 coins per bush. But it's identifying all of them as part of the same set. And I think what that means is I can move them individually like I'm doing here, using the standard like you'd move a building or anything else. And then I could do the whole set of one shot. Okay, to do the whole set as one shot, where I click on any bush, it shows the set. Then I would hold down the control key. Then I would click here. And all of them didn't line up. So I guess I'd have to keep selecting them. And as soon as they have the white, okay, you just have to hold them all down. Okay, I'm still holding down the shift key, and then I just, picked one in the middle. I guess it doesn't matter as long as they all light up. And then I'll let go, and then since I did 10 of them, it's going to cost me 10. All right, so that would suggest that I could do this one here by itself, move it out a little bit because I'm not holding down the control key. Yeah. So then I would go back over here. I would click on one. It shows the whole shebang. Now I click here. Then I hold down the control key. And I click. I've got plenty of gold to work with, so. Uh-oh, there might be a limit. No, it's just not recognizing that one for some reason. Let's see, is there another one? Yeah. All right, now keep the control key down. Ah, it does work. But don't let go of the control key until you get them in the position. Because you gotta, do all the alignments and stuff. Ooh, that's a touchy alignment. And then we'll just kind of slide it right in like so. Ooh, alignment's not quite right. Move it over just a little bit more. Boy, that is sensitive. All right, so I think I better move it in just a little bit more. I'm looking at the last one. All right, so let go of the control key, and it says I'm moving 15 of them. So the spacing's not quite the same because of the way I'm selecting them. All right, let's try it again. This time I'll work on this end. I'll click here, and only those that are shown in this set. So that would suggest I put these down first, and then I put down these. All right, now control key, and maybe it's not the same set. Yeah, that would suggest that I didn't set these down at the same time. So that is another issue. Then we'll move these, and then I gotta use the cursor. I can't let go of the control key because that kind of messes things up. So now the sets are going to be limited to how many I move by using this command. Slide it right in there to fill it out. Now let go of the control key and pay. Well, that will simplify things quite a bit when it comes to relocating. You see, I relocated. Let me zoom out here. I relocated my Lord's Manor. Come on, let's. Computer's messing up. All right, so now I want to go ahead and do this again, but I'm not going to do all the buildings. It seems to see these two as a set. All right, so that was going to cost me 21 tools. I've got 35, 63, and I've got 100 and, if I get my eyes in focus, 94, 210. Oh, I don't have enough. I've only got 21. I'm looking right up here. Let's see. The size is going to go from 66 plus 63. Labor splendor is increasing. and maintenance costs is increasing. Ouch. So basically the game is discouraging you from making your buildings nice and tall like that because of the labor cost. I see we're making the iron sword. No steel being used. We're making the basic spear. Might as well call it iron spear. And we're making the first level bow. Oh, wait a minute. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's what I need to click on. There's a short bow. That's your first level bow. Now, we're still making those. And the reason why we're still making those is if you go up here, look at your royal book, and you come over here to resources, look at the bottom of the list. You see, the iron stuff, I could sell the iron stuff, but it won't let me sell anything that uses steel. The only thing I can do with that is rearm my troops. Give them better weapons. So I would go here, and nobody's on a mission right now. See right here? That's the quality of the weapon. So you have to do each one of these individually. So I would say the quality of the weapon for these guys would now need to be strength 3. I don't know when I get strength 6. I know that I'm pretty sure they could do a 3, but I'm not sure about a 6. I'll click on it. And then we'll have to come back and check on them, because I don't think I'm making strength 6 yet. I wonder why they showed them having a lot of options. Well, they're not a spear company, they're a castle company. So I guess a castle company could have more than one option of weapon. I'll just keep this process up. Go through the line here. So now that we know how to move them all, we'll just have to keep using that process. Okay, don't hold down the control yet. Just click on the first one. Select mandate. Then click on this. Well, let's try something. Let's hold down the control key now before we click here. All right, control key's down. Click here. And yeah, that didn't work. It didn't. I don't think it selected all of them. Yeah, I don't see an indication that it did. It tells you where they were connected. They're part of the Great Hall. All right, so let's go ahead and start clicking. Geez, how do you tell what you got a hold of? All right, so now let's see what happens. Only got one. Okay, so that doesn't work. You have to click here. Now hold down the control key. Oh, I just deselected one, didn't I? Yeah, having these bushes jammed together like this, I better push the pause. Oh, pause button didn't work. Yeah, very picky on the procedure. Very, very picky. All right, now I need to bring it over. And I need to put it... I think I could get away with this. All right, then well, first of all, let's see. Did we move it far enough? I let go of the control key. Now I'm just focused on... Because see how it's going to do? It's going to do them as a set. Then I move them in. Yeah. And now I pay. I'm not, I let go of the control key so I could mess with this. Alignment. It does them all in one shot. So, but then if I want to put this one back... Oops. Should I do another? No, let's hold off. Well... What do we want to do? We want to do influence. Yeah, let's do influence. I'm trying to remember, how much do you get for doing influence? I don't think it's very much. All right, so now this time let's go here. See how they all turn blue? And I know, since I didn't hold down the control key, I can only do one at a time. All right, now what did that do? It brought me up to, what's that, 159? So now let's go see what we could do with that. Hit the pause for a minute. See, I've got enough to do mining taxes, tavern kitchen, city fortification. Ooh, city watchtower, city walls, city gatehouse. Ooh, that sounds like a really good investment. City market. I think I might wait on that because that's all I've got to work with. And oh, I don't have enough splendor. I don't think it's going to allow me to realign those rose bushes for something else. See, there's your better watchtower. Let's see. Let's double check that. All right, here's our bushes again. Now, if I click on them, yeah, they're connected to the Great Hall. They're not going to let me use these, I don't think. Let's grab one. Let's see. Got to click here first. Now the control key for more than one. All right, now see how they're highlighted? They're part of a set now. All right, let's see. Will it let me use these over here at the monastery? I don't think this is going to work, so let's zoom down in here. And let's go ahead and line these up. I will put them right there, not too far in, because I don't think that's going to change anything. It's what, 104 right now? It's letting me move in quite a distance, even though it says Great Hall. Yeah, see there? It made no difference. Made no difference at all, so it doesn't make any sense to leave them here. All right, so we get this going. And did the other bushes got aligned also with that blue outline. But now we'll hold down the control key. And the only place I can use these, if I get the game to cooperate here, is at the Great Hall, which is right up here. Wow, I was really surprised I didn't get that message saying too far. I was expecting that and it didn't happen. All right, so now we'll move this in. And that looks pretty good. Pay for it. Now, when we pay for it, we should see a change in this number right here. It should go up by 2, so that make it what? 161? Huh, it didn't change. So even though these bushes are way over here where they originally were placed while the Great Hall was over there, they're still being counted. Interesting. So technically I wouldn't have to actually move these right now. I could leave them put. Okay, let's take this off. All right, now let's go back and let's check our troops. All right, let's see. Oh, it did take it. So that worked. Now that not instead of polearm, which is the weaker one, it's now the pike, which is the stronger one. So that means their might should be going up. Let's go over here to the mission list. Okay, now let's see. This one says they have to have a might of 280. Oh, I might actually be able to do these now. No companies with required military grade are available. Convoys of merchants are venturing through. Well, the only other thing I could do, other than, change my castle type, is those little tents. I think I paid for those already, didn't I? Let's see here. I'd have to go here first. Well, actually, I wouldn't have to do it that way, would I? Yeah, see, this is the one that adds 5 people to your company. But I already know from past experience, as soon as I do that, the combat is going to get many, many times harder. That's kind of worrisome. I don't think I want to do that just yet, because I am suspicious of the link. Oh, I've already got this possibility. All right. Now, once I make that one, I'll have to get rid of that one. This one right here, the old wooden keep, castle keep. Yeah, I don't think I want to get too far out. So this new one, these are all free builds. You can put them pretty much anywhere you want to. There may be a limit. I haven't tested that. But if we go ahead and we jump up to the modest keep, rustic fortified keep, this one's supposed to be better. But let's see, resources needed. It does have a little splendor. That one's got 2, and that one's got 2. Let's see, resources, 75, 60, 30, and 20. Oh, it takes a lot more resources. All right, let's go with this one. Oh, it's got a bigger, yeah, it's got a bigger circle of influence. That'd be another good reason why you'd want to do this. Too far away. Huh, I wonder why they did that. I'm too far away from the original. I think I have a workaround for that. Let's see, I want to put this one... I guess I have to do it like that. Because I just don't... Yeah, or like that. Stick it way out there. I've only got the one circle to work with. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stick it like this. Because I got to put stairs or something in there anyway. Now, see, they won't let me apply the changes. All right, let's see. Can I move this without screwing up the game? Only one allowed. And they won't let me build that one there either. So they want me to get rid of this? If I get rid of it now, I think it's going to take all of these out too. Now see, this one doesn't seem to be connected to anything. So I could probably just do this. Yeah, see, they're connecting the two together. So I would have to move this one probably first. So I don't have that trouble with that too far thing. We'll just put it right here on the end. And they're going to charge me for moving 2 buildings. But it is going to let me do it, so they'll rebuild it. It doesn't seem to do anything on these buildings. I must have clicked on that building before I installed these. Oh, those are connected. Yeah, see, they're connected to that building. So it does matter. And when I eliminate that building, I'm wondering if it's going to... Of course, I wouldn't do it now because I got troops. Or a barracks, which I want to change over to stone anyway. Uh-oh, we got somebody making a request. What do you want? You want more wood. You want 200 wood. And I only have storage in my warehouses for 121. So I'll have to go ahead and pass on that deal. And you're going to be back asking for more wood again, aren't you? So you put your gates out first, and then you do your castle walls later. And you want that little buffer zone. So you don't want to put your green right up against it. I use this, and I use the square like this. Because I don't want them building too close, because I'll have to do something at church. I'll have to improve it at some point. Now we've got a house that's downgrading. Huh. Alright, so if I go back to here, I probably want to use this one and then extend this. This is another housing area I added recently because I was moving all this protection structures out here. And I tried to use a buffer zone, but I don't guess I really left much of a buffer zone, did I? So I can put the walls in. But I don't think I'm going to need my walls going this far in. Okay, that covers all those houses. So let's make our circle bigger. I guess that's as big as it'll go. Just like we're telling them to cut down trees, we just cover the whole area. Now a bunch of those houses, once I get a tower up, or they might need the rose bush modification for beautification. Of course, I could use something else that provides beautification from over here. See, I could use any of these things. They all got the little daisy there. Lots and lots of options. Just depends on how much gold you want to spend. But once you get beautification with whatever you decide to put there, see this monument, that's a good thing that you want to do more than one house. So you build a monument where you've got 2 or 3 houses in a cluster. Because remember, we started off using spots for our green. Of course, they weren't that big. They were quite a bit smaller. But I also tried it using them with the squares. The only problem is you don't get maximum density. So you have to wipe all that out and then come back there and just do the zone like the game tutorial suggests you do. What do we got here? Oh no, they're doing it to me again. All these people are supposed to go to the monastery, but they won't for some reason. The monastery thing seems to be screwed up on this particular game. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't have the books. Just don't have the manuscripts. I can't seem to get my monastery straightened up. See there? If I go over here and I try to click, they won't add those people. So the only thing I could do is try to get them out of my inventory. So find the emissary. And where is the one where it kicks all those people out? There it is, expel. That's the only thing I can do that will do me any good. So let's go ahead and do another influence on the other two. Well, I could go ahead and do an invest too, I guess. And let's do another, because I don't need more soldiers right now. I've got 5 out of 5. Let's see, the only thing I didn't finish that I probably should finish right now is here. So let's see. Did we have somebody that's kind of new and needs more might? I see 198. You might be the lowest one. Oh, well, 30% happiness. I can't do anything about that right now. All right, who's the next lowest in might? 303, 250. I guess it'd be these guys. They're all good to go. Okay, same thing again. Who's the lowest on might? Looks like it's 303. Less than 30%. Well, there it goes. The game hesitated. Or should I say my computer hesitated. And then we could do another bread one. Let's see, 318, 321. So I guess you're the winner. And they still won't let me do this one. Let's see, that one has to be a spear company. And then that could be anything. Spear, sword, or bow. And I do believe we've got everybody upgraded to the better weapons. Whoa. He needs more practice, huh? First, I think you want to check first, make sure it says 5 out of 5. All right, what do we got? Oh, they're below 30% happiness. See, this means they're out and about. Of course, I don't want to click on it because it'll disband the company. I don't want to do that. If they're not out and about, you see how it's got the spear encampment, and this one here is still in red. This one's on mission also. Oh, wait a minute. That says spear. Weapon strength is 1. And they're supposed to be going over to the pike. Oh, okay. We didn't have enough pikes available. So they won't upgrade unless there's enough available. See, I'll put all the new ones over here. So I want to check here. Let's see. This is where, no, those are the original iron weapons. And these are the steel ones. Yeah, they're still producing. We didn't have enough. Because we're buying stuff like the steel, it's really making us have an overhead problem. All right, what else are we buying? Oh, we got somebody that's not happy about something. Workplace is unusable. Must be lacking a resource. Yeah. Let's check that. They're talking about the new buildings over here. Okay, it says it's working fine. Oh, maybe that's the problem. It doesn't have enough. Let's see, working fine. So these buildings are providing fortification needs that they have. Oh, I think we found our weakness. Yeah, that definitely does look like a weakness. So we don't seem to be having any problems otherwise. So let's see. We've got so many people using the coal, and I guess we're just not making enough. Oh, that reminds me. They cut their own wood. They don't take any wood out, and they don't have any nearby. Yeah, that's another problem. So we would have to put some wooded area right over in here somewhere. All right. Oh, and they're on break. No, that's a dairy farm I meant to put in and didn't. All right, got that done. Well, darn, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and put that dairy farm here now. And I'll use the square. And we'll start right about there, I think. And then we'll go this way. Now, how are we doing? Still making no progress down here, huh? Nope. It's another guy. And as usual, this is lagging behind. It's not updating right away. Eventually it should go to 0. Oh, we got quite a few books. Or rather manuscripts. Let's see. If I could just figure out why this is not working. I can't assign anybody here. I could donate them to the barracks, or what do they call it? Do they call it barracks? Dorms. They call it dorms. But then that's pretty much it. I could do promotions once that opens up. But it seems like I can't do those yet. Let's try that again. Oh, we haven't got down in here yet. And we don't have the cloister in yet either. I wonder if that's the problem. Huh, they'll let me attach the tavern to the... Really? Doesn't look like it's lining up quite right. How about now? Yeah, look at that. It's just ever so slightly off. Well, I'll move it out just a little bit more. All right. That should... Oh, man, this mouse wheel just can't make up its mind if it's going in or out. Now the question is, can I go ahead and improve my castle keep? I don't seem to be able to get to it that way. So I guess I have to do it from here. Yep, there it is. There's the one I want, right there. Alright, and we need to turn it around like so. And I need to connect it. Looks like I made it. And it seems to be happy with all the options. And once that's constructed, I have to take this one out. And then decide what we're going to do with these companies. I guess I'll have to put the tents out front here. Oh, planks. Planks and tools mostly. Public lounge capacity. Yeah, I guess we'll have to increase that eventually for our tavern. And you're still upset because of your location. You don't have fortification. Looks like I might want to move all of these so I could straighten this out, make it nice and square. That sounds like I need to make this one fish also, because we are up to about every 100 population you have, you're going to need one slot because it holds 100, and they only eat one normally. So if you have 3 slots for 400, oh dear, we're heading almost to 400 and a half, aren't we? Let's see. I still got 10 there. So I'll take out this meat, since it's 0. Take out this boar. Move it up to here. And make this one meat. So we've still got 1 that needs to move. I wonder why I'm having so much trouble. The game surely doesn't wipe out all your food before you get back into the game. Now, I did use the 2 rule. You got 2 things that are the same, 2 food stalls. This one's supposed to be meat, just like this one. This is back here. It's supposed to be cheese. See, that's bread. That should be shirts. There's another berry. Another shirts. Another cheese. Bread, and another fish. Wait a minute. That's only 1 fish? And that's all they gave me. See how if it has something to do with a monastery, it doesn't, this color doesn't change, it stays blue? Because you have no control over that. You can't assign anybody. And there's another one of those. But I don't think I have anybody left. Nope, I don't. All right. Oh, the new granary. We put it If I can find it again. There it is over here. Whew. All right, this is where we want to put all our wheat now. So we'll have 4 slots for wheat. We probably should have extra storage at the farms themselves too. And then we'll have at least 3 for flour. And then we'll have 4 for bread. But they eat up the bread so fast, I'll probably never actually have those up at 100 without many, many more structures. See, there's that little gap in there, and I never can seem to get this to work. Well, I'm going to need the parts anyway, so let's just go ahead and make them. Yeah, I know, this is supposed to turn bright green on me. And I can't figure out why I can't make it work that way. It must be done on purpose. Now, there is another part, but I don't think that part's going to fix the problem. Let's try it, though. And it is... Where is that part? It's kind of like a flat wall piece. So I checked here, right? Not there, not there, not there. Modest facet. This is the one I usually look for. This one right here. All right, so I gotta turn it this way. And it should fill that gap, but if I remember right, it never lines up. See there? It's not going to accept it. It's not going to accept it. It just doesn't line up. Well, I could go ahead and build it. And then try another one and see if a second one in that same spot would do the trick. Here. And then we had to go over to here, was it? Yeah. See, I could get it in there, but I don't think it's going to solve anything. Yeah, I see it's not showing them being closed off. Yeah. So that's a waste of effort. Oh, there goes the emissary and a walking shadow. Like he might be a bad guy. Oh, and he walked right through the wall. He must be a bad guy. A wizard, maybe. All right, see, let's put the game on pause here and click. It's a novice, yeah, emissary. See, does it say the word emissary in there? Yeah, right there. Level 1 emissary. She must be a witch, huh? Oh, they turned it off. I guess they wanted us to look at it and that's it. I wonder where she's going. Is she deserting us? I guess we should go back to the monastery and look. Maybe she just deserted us. Uh-oh. No, that's just cooks. I already put that in there, but I don't have any control over who goes in there to work. Yeah, it's not working. That I just want to get rid of. I can't seem to do anything with it. And they're not going to let me get rid of it. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's put this on pause for a minute because I need to take a break. And let's see if we can make any improvements. City market. Okay. That'll finish off that. So now I need to go back and focus more on this over here again. As we're getting pretty close to the end here. If I could just get the monastery working. Let's see. Let's make sure we got our privileges and stuff. No, we still got that one to open up. And I can't get this to work. Can't. Nope, don't have 35. And I'll need 300 and it'll cost me 50 otherwise. I think I got that covered already. That's going to take a while. Boy, I'm going to have to really decorate that Coppin Lord's Manor. What is this? Unlocks the prestigious city belfry for the city market, which can bolster the happiness of villagers living nearby. Pride of the labor, the belfry bolsters the happiness nearby. Jeez, when I look at that and I think about chess games where they were making during World War II and they were being derogatory, that looks like a Chinaman, what they call it, castle or rook. Yeah, that's they need to do that different some way. Cause that, see the buck teeth and the slanted eyes, yeah, that is a nasty connotation from World War II from the appearance of it. Okay, well anyway. And this one is a Court of Heroes. Unlocks the majestic Court of Heroes, which can bolster the happiness of all the combatants. Oh, I could use that. And what we got here? Abbatial. Oh, geez. Abbatial? Is that how you say it? Church? Unlocks the abbatial church for your monastery. An awe-inspired monastic church dedicated to the faith. It's not very expensive, but I guess they figured they'd cut you a break after all the splendor you have to lay out. Okay, now if I remember right, whoops, just to make sure we have it. I've not checked too soon. Oh, here we go. Here comes somebody. Visit the roll court. I will send in start a mandate attend the court to discuss warfare. Okay. I wish hey, you got some way to fix my monks? They don't want to do nothing. No worker assigned. Well, I can't assign a worker, so that doesn't mean anything to me. But I do need somebody over here. Let's see what this guy wants. Oh, sorry. My monks and nuns are just not doing anything. I cannot seem to get them to work. Alright, let's see. This area out here is big enough for a farm, actually. But we decided we was going to put a farm over here, didn't we? Whoops, missed. Good. Good. Females even. Good. Oops, that's the barber. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yowza, what has happened to my troops? They are retiring or deserting or something.
We've got my Lord's Manor, which is, of course, is my house as the player. And I'm going to need 300. Right now, it says I've only got 180, but I've moved this recently. And it was right over here. Now I've got all these rows, so of course I need to relocate these, even though the game is giving me credit for them. So what I normally do, of course, is I click on one, then I click here, and then I click on one of the bushes, and you get this little emblem. And then, of course, that means I could drag it around until I could get it back over here. And I'm going to put it right like so. And then I pay my 1 gold. That's how you would normally... But at some point you're going to think, well, good grief. Look how many of these I've got. Oh, I better go ahead and grab these people. So let's do that again. We'll click on one. We'll click here like we normally do. And then we'll hold down the control key and double click. Holy Toledo. Alright, let's go here. And I just moved the whole shebang with one shot. Now, the one problem with that is it's an L shape. And I'm not so sure I want to move the whole L shape. But I do need to. Now, once I get these placed, you saw what I did, right? I double clicked with the left mouse button. Now, I can move these around as much as I want to, and I can even move them to where they're one at a time like this. And pay. Or I could say, you know, I need to make this. I've got a hole right here, so we'll click on it like we normally do. These are all left clicks. And then we'll hold down the control key and it gives me the whole shebang. And then I could take the whole thing and move it right up in here, just like as if I was moving a building. I change my view and I say, okay, I need to rotate this a little bit. Come on, rotate. For some reason it doesn't want to rotate to the right direction. I'm starting to think my mouse is messed up. Well, anyway, we'll move it in a little bit slower. And I don't want this group here, but I'm going to have to play around with it and move them a slightly different way. I'll just have to keep playing around with this until I get it where I want it. And then, of course, you can see how much it's going to cost me, how many are there. So another way to do this, basically the same thing, except I'm just going to move this one group right here. Or, well, maybe not all of them, but notice that it'll let me move all of these I've got around the building. See, they're all considered to be one unit. So now I'll hold down the control key and I'll start clicking like crazy. If it'll let me. Oh, okay, let go of the control key. Click here. Now see how they all turn blue? Now adjust your angle, you might say. Now hold down your control key and see how many of these you can pick up. Right now I've only got one. So let's move it to about there. And let's see, let go of the control key. I'll have to place it there first. But notice that it's got a ghosty appearance. Now we'll hold down the control key and I'll try to add one to it. Like so. Now we'll hit the right mouse button and we'll hold down the control key and click again. Right mouse button. See what I'm doing? Well, if I move it, you'll see what I'm doing. Alright, now we'll see that all these that have that ghosty appearance. I'm trying to make a new group basically out of the old group. Okay, now right mouse button. Now we'll left click, move it until we're happy, then click over here anywhere with the right mouse button. Now, as long as they keep their ghosty appearance, they're going to be part of this new group. Now remember, I'm not holding down the control key now. I've already got these identified. I just have to move them over and until I'm happy with the arrangement. Then I got this one right here, so I'll move it to the front. And then it's a right click like so. Now I'll hold down the control key and I'll pick one, and then without moving my cursor, double click. See there? I've got a whole group of them. Now I just have to decide where I want to put them. And of course I'm holding down the left mouse button when I'm doing this. And now I'm messing around with the A, S, D, and W keys. Okay, when I get them into position, I just kind of have to play around a little bit with this until I'm happy with the location. But now notice I've got 15 of those rose bushes in this group. And I'm going to go ahead and move it in just a little bit more, like about so. And then I've let go of everything. The only thing I have to do now is left click right here. And it's telling me I got to pay 15 gold to move that group. Bungo. Now I have a slight overhang right here, and I could do the same thing again, or I could say, okay, this group here is not up against the building like I normally do. So we'll left click, and then left click, move it over. As long as it stays like that ghosty image like you see, I can use the S key, move out a little bit, and then I could right click over here anywhere, and then I could go back into here, add another one to the group. See what I'm doing? Right click, I'm making a new group, and I only want to move these groups, and it's going to tell me, right click, how many's in the group. Right now there's only, see right here, there's only 3. So we'll right click, and you can keep this up for as long as you need to until you make another group that you're happy with. Right click, and then left click, drag it over, and right click. And let's see, let's go ahead and keep adding some more. I've got plenty of gold to work with. Now I'll drag it over. I'll put it right about there. It's got the spacing that I want, but it does starting to look like it's developing a curve. So let's left click and slightly adjust it over about like so. So now my group has got 6 in there. Now to grab the whole group so you can move it as a group, you see these blue lines? What I call the blueprints? That's telling you they're all linked together. I just have to get anywhere in this group and double click with the left mouse button. And it's going to now move or delete the whole group. You do have the little shovel there, so you could delete the whole group. Now I can move this around. I could stop here, zoom out with my mouse wheel, and I could say, okay, I want to wrap these around the building. We'll move them that far. Then we'll let go of everything. We'll rotate, and then we'll come over here, move it some more, let go of everything, rotate some more to get a better view, zoom in, and now we want to rotate the whole group. So we'll of course do it like as if it was some sort of a building, and then we'll move it in, And then we'll zoom in, let go of everything and zoom in. And say, okay, I want to move it out a little bit to square this off. So now we'll left click again, just like we're moving a building. And we'll say, maybe a little bit more. So we'll left click it again. There we go. Now if we're happy, we've got all the alignments we want, then we go ahead and we pay for that group. Bingo. So what do you think? Is that pretty cool? It'll save you hours of clicking, I'll tell you what. Mercy sakes alive. If you had to move each of these as an individual, it would just drive you nuts. But of course you still have the handicap that each bush, or each object I should say, was going to cost you 1 gold piece to move it. Alright, so we'll do this, we'll do it again. Then we'll of course here. This is pretty much standard for anything you want to move. Then we'll move it out a little bit. And that's going to be, then we'll right click. This is how we do another group. We add parts to it until we're happy. Right click, left click, drag it over about so. Right click, left click. So what do you think? Oh, the screen just adjusted on me, huh? Alright, so I'm going to keep this up for a while. These are all left click, right click. Well, left click, drag, right click. Now, it's selected the building. And of course, I don't want to select the building. I want to select another rose bush. And you gotta, of course, be careful about your placement. You know, over here somewhere. It looks like there's some more objects there, but I'm not grabbing any more objects. I'm grabbing the Great Hall, so let's cancel that. I want the rose bush. Now, one of the alignment tools that you use visually is you see these little kind of zigzags. As long as your zigzag looks pretty much even, then you know that you've got a pretty good little group there and everything's gonna probably move like you want it to. Alright, so now put your cursor on one of the bushes and double click. It selects the whole group. See how it's got the white outline all the way around? Now this is how we left click and drag and we bring it over. Now we can let go of it, rotate our view until we're happy with it. We zoom in, zoom out, do what we gotta do, and then come back over here, grab this. This is a left click drag type thing. And we're trying to keep our zigzag pretty constant. Okay, now we'll let go. We'll use the R key. And it looks like to me we're moving in a little bit off center. So I need to rotate this just a very bit slightly. Just like I was moving a building. And then if I need to, I'll move it back out a little bit as a group. Then I'll rotate it some more. Ever so slightly. Now, I want to look at my zigzag pattern as best I can, and I think I've got what I want. It's a little uneven in spots, but otherwise it's pretty good. Alright, so in that group is 7 rose bushes. So I've let go of everything, including the mouse. Now I just have to left click right here. It's paid for and placed. See there? This game is very picky on how you do this. And I'm going to go straight to the monastery with them. See, I got all these jobs and they just won't do anything. They won't do the vegetables. They won't do the storehouse. They won't do the bees. They won't do the herbs. Won't do the berry bushes. Or the other storehouse. I can't get them to take a job. And I can't figure out why they won't take a job. I've never had this much trouble with this before.